Hey everybody, it's my first video on the channel. Um, we're gonna do what if Asta was a demon slayer, and you might have a couple questions. Is this gonna start in the demon slayer world, or is this gonna start in the black clover world? It's gonna start in the black clover world. Full disclaimer: Asta will have no magic at all. Um, so yes, and he will be learning total concentration later in the story. Probably like on the beach arc, if you want to say beach arc or something like that. And Asta's gonna have a sister. I don't have a picture of her. Just imagine her like Asta, but as a sister. Okay, imagine her as a sister. Um, Asta's sister. So yeah, just with longer hair than Asta, of course. Asta will be wearing this get up, but he will not be using that sword. He'll actually be using Rengoku's sword, Kyojuro Rengoku's sword. He'll have every breathing style. Well, I selected some breathing styles that I think will be best for him. So yeah, let's hop right into the story. So we start off when the three of them are actually dropped off at the church at Hodge Village. The old man sees three kids, two with silver hair and one with black hair. Asta not crying this time, and not crying, but Asta's sister is crying. She will be having anti magic, of course, because who else am I gonna need anti magic to? I want somebody to have anti magic. All right. So Asta is abnormally all right. I'm gonna give Asta the see-through world, and later on, I'll make sure he has a red Nirichi blade and a Demon Slayer mark. That's just for manga spoilers. I'm sorry. Because that's what happens later in the story. People get Demon Slayer marks and everything. So we do that. Asta is very talented. So we go back. Now we skip 4 years. Let's say Asta's 4. By the way, he doesn't see Sister Lily as a wifey figure. Yeah, feel me, Chief? He sees Sister Lily as a sister figure. Asta is very quiet in this one too. It's like Mircho. He's the misspiller of the. I believe I said his name right. Of the Demon Slayer Hashira. Sometimes like he's mixed. I'm gonna say Asta has mixed personalities. Just so this matches up with how he uses his Demon Slayer abilities. So yeah. Sorry again. But so Asta's very quiet. Sometimes he's very timid, and just like Goku, sometimes he's very energetic. He's very blunt. He can always be very blunt in like this funny way too. So we skip to this. Asta has shown no signs of magic. It neither has his sister either, but they've been pushing their physical bodies. But Asta's been pushing his physical bodies in secret. Well, not in secret, but nobody knows he's been pushing his physical bodies. And his sister, I'm gonna say she started at 10. They're not 10 yet. Sorry again. I don't know why, but I'm having a lot of hiccups here. Not for some reason. So yeah, is very talented at magic. I'm gonna be like in this one. He's very talented at magic. Very very talented. He's been able to use a lot of his wind magic. He's actually creating abilities in this one. I'm gonna make sure Yuno's been creating abilities in this one. And Asta's sister, she's shown a little signs of magic, like this little dark aura here and there. But Asta has been shown no aura. Like he hasn't even been shown a little bit of magic. So we skip to when they're 10. Oh, I'm sorry, but the incident where the guy and also I'm gonna say Asta's kind of like a third wheel to them sometimes. They like Yuno and Elaine. All right, Asta's sister's name is Elaine. And Elaine, Asta's sister. They think sometimes they think Asta can be a third wheel because actually Asta never said he wanted to be the Wizard King. She said she was gonna be the Wizard Queen, the first one. I'm just gonna say that there has never been a Wizard Queen. There's never been a Wizard Queen. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. There's never been a Wizard Queen. So yeah, they're competitors. The whole incident with the necklace comes down. That never happens because the guy never takes it because Yuno's really strong in this, and his magic abilities are exponential. So yeah. We skip to when they're 10, and that's when Asta's sister starts working on her body. Asta's like very lean but muscular, like Miruchiro. You could say Miruchiro or somebody. More like the Demon Slayer groups. Definitely not Guillaume, the Stone Pillar, because wow, he be buff, bro. So we all good. Now we skip no, we don't skip. Now this is where Asta's abilities start coming in. Asta feels like he's being left in the dark. Even though he doesn't say this aloud, sometimes he might. Because Asta has mixed personalities, like I said earlier. So yeah. So he starts training, and he realizes that sometimes when he's Asta's actually very interested in the sword. So Asta's very interested in the sword. So he let's say he found a sword um when he was wandering around in the forest, because Asta's pretty nonchalant. He's pretty cool. Calm and collected all the time actually. Never has he ever backed down from a fight and never won. Like sometimes Asta will come for fights and he'll never lose, no matter how big the opponent you are. Um so yeah, Asta's very nonchalant in this, and he's never been mad, angry, or anything before. So yeah. Um, let's see. Whew. Asta was wandering through the forest and he saw this chest. I'm just gonna. This is for plot reasons. He saw this chest. Um, and it had this sword in it, just like this. Had Rengoku-sama's sword. Asta knew, since Asta was very intelligent, he knew he shouldn't touch this sword without any proper training. So what he did was he started doing swordplay. Asta would probably come back 8 at night. Um, I think I mentioned that Asta is gonna have the see through wood in this, but it's gonna flicker on and off sometimes. Because when in this battle, yeah, but eventually he'll master that and have complete control over it. So yeah, Asta masters the sword in the span of 3 years. Yuno has developed a lot of uh wind magic, and his sister is training very hard in these 3 years. Now we skip to when Asta is 13, Yuno's 13, and his sister's 13. So Asta figured out like he might, even though he's amazing in swordplay, he still needs to get better. So what Asta does, he actually focuses on his breathing, and he's thinking about like the elements. I know this is not how Demon Slayer works. So yeah, he does the usual Chandro training actually, but I'm gonna say he doesn't have the mountain. He booby trapped everything for himself. So sometimes when villagers are going by, they're like, oh, "What? This booby traps? Who did this?" So Asta did that for himself. Asta can pretty much fight with his eyes closed by now. So he starts working out. He starts working on the his breathing styles. I'm gonna give Asta. All right. I'm gonna give Asta all these breathing styles. I'm gonna give Asta flame, snake, mist, beast, wind, moon, stone. If you're gonna know how I'm gonna do stone, I'll explain that later. Flame. No, the sun breathing. Asta's also been working on martial arts, so I'm gonna give him Akaza's, and then I'm gonna give him Upper Moon 5s. Yeah, I think it's Upper Moon 5. Upper Moon 5 abilities. I'm gonna take it how it works later, and then Upper Moon. Oh, I'm actually never mind that. I'm gonna give Asta magic. I actually am, just so he can use his abilities like just those two abilities. Because I don't know how I'm gonna incorporate that. So I'm just gonna give him Grimoire that just does that. And Doma's abilities, I'm gonna make it into the ice instead of the demon blood art. Actually, that's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna make it into the ice one. But by the way, I have everything. I have all the explanations right here. So just in case, let's go back to that. So now we're back over here. Asta's been learning all these breathing styles, and his grimoire, I want to say it's gonna come when they're versing Veto. Just full disclaimer, it's going to come when they're versing Veto. I don't know how yet, but sure, it's surely gonna come when he's versing Veto. So we hop back down 2 years later when they're 15. Nobody knows about Asta's training. Asta wove that, I believe. We wove that into all of this. He just wove never mind the sword in the back. He wove all of this clothing, and everybody's like, "What, Asta? What?" So then they go to the. Oh, by the way, I want to say this: Asta's not a full master. I don't want to make him overpowered at the start because, sheesh. Um, and in here, Asta, so for the moon breathing, I'm gonna say Asta doesn't know any of these blue moves. He doesn't know any of those yet because that would be making him. He only knows this move. He only knows this one. He only knows this one. So, let's see, go back over here. So they all go to the Grimoire ceremony, and Asta's not wearing his sword right now because, of course, he's not. And this is where his Akaza's moveset is gonna come in here, cause just for plot, guys. So yeah, that's where his Akaza's moveset is gonna come from. So let's say again. So Asta nor does his sister get a grimoire. On the other hand, does get a grimoire. Definitely, definitely gets a grimoire. So everybody's like, oh my god, this commoner got it. This commoner got it. Just full anime. Like this is anime. This is an anime subbed. Is from the Spade. He's the prince of the Spade Kingdom. Just gonna say manga slash anime spoilers. Just for anybody who hasn't watched yet. Sorry for putting this late in the video. So yeah. Also want to have this. So we go back to where the nobles jump, but in this time, doesn't fall for it. You know how Soriel, Yuno's gonna have a lot of Soriel's abilities. I'm gonna make so sure that Noelle has Tarmiel's because I do watch a lot of Seven Deadly Sins. So I want to make Noelle powerful too in here. Um, so Noelle, sorry, he creates a barrier of wind, and this time when, because kind of has a crush. I'm not gonna put it the other way around. I'm gonna say has a little bit of a crush on Elaine, Asta's sister. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, and when they try to use the magic, it's just negated because has this barrier over him. It's really strong because he's been practicing his magic for a while. That goes as canon. No. Not canon. I'm sorry. When the chain mage comes, his chains are absolutely broken. It doesn't even affect This is because unconsciously has this. Okay, unconsciously has this. So we go back when was 7, and everybody else was 7. Asta and Elaine. When Asta tried to touch by accident, when Elaine tried to touch her hand got like ripped up, like with like just little cuts on her hand. It was very painful for her. She's a very young age. So yeah, so unconsciously doesn't know how to control this, but sometimes like when it's not essential threats to him to hold up. Guys, I want to pause this real quick. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had a little inconvenience. So yeah. The chain mage, even though it does negate, I believe, the magical effects, it doesn't work on because this is unconsciously, he doesn't know how to control it yet. So yeah, let's see. Now, let's see. Elaine got her grimoire because she thought was going to like look like she knew like what was happening. She's very sharp too. She knew what was gonna be happening. Oh, actually, I know I was gonna say Asta was here because I wanted to have the Akaza moveset, but no. That's when he's not gonna use it. He's gonna show off. He's definitely gonna show off against the Magic Knight. He's not gonna use a sword or anything. Definitely gonna show off. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so that's when she thought it. I'm gonna say instead of like the change did get negated by the wind because the wind was so strong, and then when she thought that was gonna like get captured because she did forget, even though she's very sharp, she rocked that man's world, bro. She rocked that man's world. They call the Royals. Yeah, they call the Magic Knight squad. The Magic Knights. Purple Orcas are gonna come because like why would any of the other squads come? Purple Orcas have so many, so like they're just So yeah, Purple Workers come. So now we skip when they all like go to the capital. Austin just says that he's gonna try out, see what he can do, and like they're kind of like a little worried for him because they don't know if he's gonna get hurt. But even though he's wearing his whole get up, he doesn't he conceals his sword. They don't know he has a sword. Yeah, he's very good at concealing stuff, like his presence. Like even with magic, you can't even sense him. Neither with Key. Austin, I'm gonna say Austin knows Key because Jesus knows Key. So let's skip when they finally meet here. The Wizard King, technically that old lady, if anybody doesn't know about that, offered Asta a stick, offered them a stick, but they didn't give it a snake on a stick. So we skip to Magic Night exams. So now we have Asta, and we have all of them. The exams go to usual. Asta can't pick up a broom, neither can his sister. They can't do a lot of things, but in the fights, that's when everything gets a change. Yuno's very much of a prodigy. She's gonna still get because of the golden dawn. So now we skip to the I forgot. I'm so sorry. Asta bumps into Yami, but in this timeline, Asta's so quick and he actually jumps on Yami's arm, and Yami doesn't feel the slightest thing either. So that's so funny. Yami's like, this kid's interesting. Um, Asta can sometimes say dumb stuff. He can be so blunt about it too. He's like, because you couldn't hit me, because you couldn't touch me, right? So then Asta just walks away. So does Yami, because Finral calms down Yami. Um, Now we go to Magic Knight's exam. Asta, I wanna, yeah. In this one, Vengeance is going to be very intrigued with Asta's sister too. I'm not shipping Vengeance X Elaine. It's I'm kind of conflicted. Should I do Charmy X or should I do Elaine X You guys tell me down in the comments below. So yeah, I know Asta is gonna ship. I'm gonna ship Asta and Noelle. Yeah. So even though Noelle, I'm gonna say she's kind of talented in magic, water magic, but sometimes since they like to get everything perfectly down, they're still gonna send her that black balls. Plot reasons, boys and girls. So yeah. Now we skip to the fights. You know how Asta wrecked Seke? No. Yeah. Seke is gonna pick on Asta. Like he's gonna tell Asta everything. He's gonna tell him, oh, you should fight. So, first versus that nobility royal. Um, he beats him as claps. Wasn't even a fight. Then we go to Elaine versus this. Let's say she's a fire user and she's royal too. She absolutely claps her cheeks because Elaine has been uh fighting for a long time. Using her sword for a while, everything. So she's trying to get used to the demon dweller. Demon slayer as well. Now we got Asta versus Seke. All the Magic Knight captains are like, she's not gonna pass. And this is when Seke uses the Bronze Magic Knight Silver Ball offense and defense. So now we go to what Asta's about to do. And the Magic Knight captains are not even surprised that if he doesn't even have magic control. And Asta totally surprises them by doing this. They're like super shocked too. Let me see if this sound right. Asta does this. Okay, and the Magic Knight captains can obviously see that. And they're like, what? And he says destructive death. Now this increases all combat skills, everything. And Asta jumps up in the air. Like everybody's like surprised. Wow, he can keep that midair. And then he starts punching. Act like Seke couldn't see that. And then that happened. And the Magic Knight captains were like, what? That's so weird. I didn't see it. And they can see that he doesn't have a grimoire. So yeah, they're like, that's just what. So Seke is knocked out. Seke is bleeding badly too. One hit from that, woo, he's got rocked. Seke, his body is weak, so you can't expect much from Seke either. So yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah. This is canon. Asta's sister. I'm gonna make sure. So Asta, no, Yuno goes up first, and he is picked by every Magic Knight squad, and he is he goes to the Golden Dawn. Now, this is where Asta's sister comes in here, Elaine. Um, you could say if you watched it, you could say like Asta's sister looks like his mom, but a little less good looking. I mean, just don't imagine Asta's sister. Um, she's picked by the Blue Rose Knights. Golden Dawn. She's actually getting picked by the Golden Dawn just for plot reasons, so she's gonna join there. And then she's picked by the Black Bulls, Green Praying Mantises, and the what's that sleep Dorothy's Underworld Squad? I forgot their name. The Sleeping Girl, by the way, if nobody knows, I forgot their names. So yeah. She joins the Golden Dawns, of course, because everything. Now this is when Asta and Yami comes up. Yami is the only one to pick Asta. Dead cat. Like nobody else picks Asta because he's not our type and everything. So yeah. Things don't go as canon. Everything actually was quicker. So yeah. When they get back to the base, the second thing didn't happen. When they get back to the base, everything is different. Not different. So Asta just shut them up. Since Yami did punch a hole in the wall, what he does is, let's see. I want to use one of these gifts animation. He'll use this attack again. He'll fly up in midair. Do the back. He'll just jump up, and for some reason, Asta just like doing that. He has to start punching holes in the wall. Like Funeral and Luck can barely dodge it, so they got hit, and they're like, it's just a rookie and everything. So yeah, everybody introduces themselves. So yeah, thing was just Cannon right there, and then they have the magnetic exam. Asta just does everything really fast. I'm actually, where Asta. Guys, sorry for the inconvenience. My brother came in my room, and I did not want to mess up this with. So then, Asta, as you can see right here, he's going to have, let's say he has the Black Bulls. It's gonna be smaller though. He has it like right, like there in the corner where his hand, where that is, where I just zoomed into. So they put that on him. That's after they do it. So then Asta he told when what's his name? Finral. No, Luck. Finral Luck. Hold up. I just now realized after I paused. Magma. When he's tanking Magma. He tanks every shot of Magnus, even his Magma Super Cannonball. He didn't move 1 inch. So everybody's surprised about that. And like I said, they put it right here. You know where Asta's eyes look like 5? Look a little over there. Like you see this ribbon thing right here? Go above up and it'll be right there. So Asta, they put it over here. Alright, now let's skip and then Noelle, she's looking at this, she's like, whoa. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some modifications and get some pictures of Tarmiel, Sariel, and everything like that. So be back. Alright guys, we're back. Where did I leave off? Hold up. Didn't I leave off? Yeah, okay. Now they're going to their first mission and oh no, okay. So now, Noelle, I'm gonna make her a little bit of a prodigy. Noelle's kind of like you know how Mei Hatsume is in My Hero Academia? She's like a tester. She really knew that she had great magical abilities. She had a little hard time controlling you though. So she tested how her siblings would treat her. She's very powerful too. She's gonna like unlock her Valkyrie form way earlier. I think I'm gonna make her unlock her Valkyrie form in the Veta one. In the Veta arc. You can say Veta arc if you want. So now the whole guy goes to canon. I like the guy, so I'm gonna let him survive. Let him survive. He's going to survive because of he's a good person. They get there a little sooner because they finish it up. It was Magma's idea, and then when they see them targeting the village, the guys, Asta knows that Noel has a lot of growth. So what he does, like she knows what to do to protect. So Noel has her wand and everything. Uh, so Noel uses sea dragons something to protect the villagers. So the guy passes out due to exhaustion, and that's when Asta, your boy Asta, goes all sicko mode. There's three guys. I think it was like three guys. And Asta, my boy Asta, he has a little power up charge. So you just think that's Asta. Alright, then Asta, what he does, he wants to get this over with because Asta has some social needs. He does all of that. My guy is running big barrages. So that ended relatively quickly. Them guys was they just made Asta mad because they were like targeting an innocent village that has done nothing wrong. And then Magna, he's shocked at what Asta can do without a grimoire. So yeah, Asta does a bright smile like Deku. Sometimes he could be doing that. Now we skip. I want to go into what and Elaine are doing. They call her Ellie. For short, they're actually on. They're just training, and that's when a little bit of a 13 plus here, boys. Be prepared, boys. His face, boys, falls into Elaine's. I'm not gonna say that, boys. I think we all know what I'm trying to say here. So that happens. Blushing a lot, bro. So yeah. Alright. So now we skip back to Asta. They come out from the village. They tell everybody what happened, and Noel actually tells everybody what happened. So yeah, Noel can kind of be dunce. I believe that's how you say it. I think so. So he'd be kind of a dunce sometimes, and so can Asta. Perfect match there. You already know, bro. So yeah, that happens. So we skip to when they go to a dungeon, and the Wizard King. They're learning about this. The Wizard King is very. No, that's before. Okay, they give a mission. They go to the dungeon. Asta meets up with his sister, and they're not ignoring Asta because they're like, oh, Asta, how's it going? Asta says it's going pretty good. Me and Noel are pretty close friends, and Noel's starting to blush. Asta didn't see this because just like in Demon Slayer, with what's that guy's name? He's a snake pillar. And the love pillar, they're so blind. Like he's so blind. They're kind of blind. Everybody in Demon Slayer, they be blind. You feel me? So yeah, Asta doesn't realize this, even though he's looking directly at Noelle, and she blushes even more. And Asta's sister, knows this. They get a little bit one-on-one time. Asta introduced this over there. So like just a little bit, but it's not real feelings right now. So now we get to when Asta and were alone, and then Asta was like, Asta type of like he didn't get to ask Asta because like Asta type of moves are those. He just asked, he just says, "They're just stuff I developed in the past, like ever since I was 13." And he was surprised because he never knew that, and he finally realized that Asta has a sword. I was like, Asta, I thought you were like martial arts. And that wasn't the case and everything. So now, look, on the other hand, this guy's a maniac. My guy's a maniac. I don't really remember this arc as well as I used to because I binge watched Black Clover, so I basically know the whole series. But a little fuzzy, so I'm gonna be about Clover to get this what if perfectly right. Luck, my boy Luck, psychopath Luck. How do I say this? Look, I'm gonna make a lot of the Black Clover guys, Black Clover squad a little bit more powerful. For this, because Black Clover squad, the Black Bull squad is just amazing characters. Luck, he's a lot stronger in this. I'm not gonna say he learns any of the true magic like they did when they went to the Heart Kingdom. Not spoilers. That's not manga spoilers at all too, because it's in the anime. If you haven't caught up with the episodes. So yeah, he's not that strong. Actually, if you guys haven't watched the episode where Luck is using his lightning flash with the true magic, I'm gonna say he's that fast because Luck is one of my favorite characters. Not my favorite. Probably my favorite character had to be Charmy. I'm not a simp for Charmy. Like I don't like Nezuko simps. I don't like simps. She's just a lovable character. Um, but overall, you got to give props to your boy. The one and only second. No, I'm just kidding. I get dunce. I don't like that guy. So yeah. He's that fast. Like he's very fast. He just wasn't using all his power when he was versing Magma. Neither was Magma. So yeah. Luck is that fast. He's running, blitzing everybody. So I'm gonna say Luck is like somewhere near 90% of his power, like just in speed wise. Like you can't even see him. He's just going around. I'm not saying actually. I'm gonna say 70% of his power. Luck is being run. He runs into the Diamond King of Mages, and everything was his cannon. Instead of luck, he uses what's it called? He beats the Diamond King to Mage, the smoke guy, Smoker in quotes of Black Clover, pretty easily because he couldn't see him and he just couldn't dodge it. So yeah, Asta doesn't have to go. They're not late to the Battle of Mars. They have a race like usual. I believe that's what happened. Um, so then, I said when Asta's gonna show his abilities. This is when Asta's see-through world flickers on and off, and he also said just let me handle this guy, and like Claw's like you have no magic, and then Asta, my boy Asta, it was absolutely. I know before that Asta uses this on the well, just to sense where they're going, and they got there first, and Asta's like, um, Asta was like, let me finish this off. And then my boy Asta, he tells Noel, hits him in the back of the head, right next to his spine. And this man falls unconscious. Unconscious. Alright. He's going to use, I think that was one fold right here. When Zenitsu one of his ice code. Or his ice code. He used that move. I'm going to show the thing. So then, Claws, they're all there. Intel is Luck. And then Noel, they all ask like, why is Asta unconscious? And he's like, he told him to hit him there. And they all do it. And then like Asta wakes up with his eyes fully unconscious. And he uses first form thunder breathing, clap and flash. There's first form thunder breathing, clap and flash. Instead of getting his neck cut off, he just cut the what's it called? He just cut like one of the vital spots, and that I'm gonna say that KOs. I'm gonna say that just KOs. He's out. So the dungeon goes quicker. Asta wakes up. Just like that. He wakes up just like that. And then Noel, they're like, "Oh, you can fight when you're unconscious?" Asta's like, "Yeah, it's a technique I picked up. It's better when I'm unconscious because it deals a lot more damage, and it's way speedier. It's about like I don't know, like 5 seconds, something like that. That's I was like 5 seconds is key difference in a battle." And they're like, "Yeah." So that goes, and then Klaus is shocked, and he started that. He took Costa for a little retard. He's weak and everything, because the claws wasn't there. Klaus wasn't there. Yeah, for plot reasons, you already know how it is. It took like also like I'm gonna say it took also 10 seconds to wake up again, just to do that move. So Noelle, and this is where Mimosa, she's getting feelings for my guy. I know. These are some of the ships I'm gonna do. Just for reasons in me. Vanessa, X Charmy. No, I still haven't figured that out. I'm sorry. Um, I'm gonna do Nero X somebody. I don't know, but it's all good. So Nero, they come out with a dungeon, and Nero on the top of boss the head. He doesn't know what it is, but he's keeping it very safe. If this bird is giving it to him, and he's gonna keep it. It looks pretty precious. He said, if he ever gets a girlfriend, he said like I'm probably gonna give it to her. So yeah. Now, I'm gonna say Asta's sister unlocks the Demon Slayer. I mean, the Demon Dweller. That's what it was. The Demon Dweller in here. No, wait. Should I? Yeah, the Demon Dweller in here. Just for. I'm gonna say unlock. She unlocks it. When there's magic traps, she realizes she can she can suck magic in it. Um, when a trap sprung out, it was pretty powerful. It's actually the most powerful trap in the room, and it had like fire in it, and then like the demon dweller came out. She sucked it up, and then she threw it back on it, and she pretty much put a chunk in the dungeon. So they come out. Nero gives him that, and that's it for the dungeon arc, you could say. Um, Noah's like can see that Mimosa kind of likes Asta, and she's trying to grab him first. This is not gonna be Noel X Asta, X Mimosa. No, no, just no. That's not how things go around here. Not on my What If channel. So what she does is when they're alone together, I'm getting weird feelings. She says she loves Asta. Like she says she loves Asta, and then Asta, gives her a gem, tells her to keep it safe, cherish it, and then she kisses him. I mean, he kisses her. That's how it be. It was pretty long. It's like 10 minutes. Yeah. We're gonna Then I'm not gonna leave it off after they do this. They I'm gonna finish it off here. So hopefully you guys like this What If, and thank you for watching.